A live look outside, beautiful Millinocket over towards Mount Katahdin. Just a few clouds out there, but really mainly sunny skies there. And Portland, really much of the same. We had some kind of milky skies earlier in the day because of some smoke in the higher levels of the atmosphere. But now we are talking about those partly cloudy skies. 55 degrees. There is a bit of a breeze out of the south here. And again, we do have the wind coming off the water too, so that really doesn't help in making it feel any bit warmer. So we are a little bit below average from where we should be this time of the year. And when we get into this evening, you definitely want the jackets here, the sweaters, because we're going to be talking about temperatures falling off rather quickly hour by hour, and we're probably going to get into the 30s in some locations before midnight, and then after that point everybody's in the 30s when you're waking up first thing Wednesday morning. It is going to be a morning to bundle up, but the good news is you will be able to shed the layers rather quickly tomorrow. So right now, the warmest spot on the map is Fryeburg and Augusta, 62 degrees, and everybody else is pretty much in the 50s, and we're going to be dropping within the next couple of hours here, of course. So this is nice that all we have to talk about is two words: cooler and warm. That's what's we're going to be flipping these words and essentially moving the cooler air away, and all this warmer air is going to build into New England as we get into the next couple of days. And check out the 8-day. Well represented here. We got a lot of 70s here for tomorrow, but especially Thursday afternoon. I do think that will be our warmest there. And notice how we have those chilly starts, but we have a very nice finish. So on Storm Tracker, any clouds we see this evening will dissipate. We're going to be under those clear skies with calm winds. So again, those temperatures will be dropping, but by tomorrow afternoon, the sun is out and we are enjoying those warmer temperatures. Lows tonight, yes, there will be some 20s to the north here. Rangeley over towards Berlin, Fryeburg, Sanford definitely in the 20s, and Portland even in the middle 30s there. So there will be some frost that will be developing. There is a frost advisory for the coastline here as, again, we're starting to get underway with our growing season. Highs tomorrow, though, somewhere around the low 70s. If not, then certainly the upper 60s with a light wind and lots of sunshine. And beyond that point, we are looking towards Thursday. Again, as I mentioned, being our warmest day, probably some upper 70s in a few locations here. And as we get into Mother's Day weekend, the good news is both Saturday and Sunday at this point look dry. And probably Saturday is the pick of the weekend just because your temperatures will be a little bit closer to comfortable than not.
Well, it'll be a great weekend to get outside for moms. You can maybe do a little stuff outside on Saturday and then just, you know, kind of Sunday lay low.
Yeah,
Hint.
Yes, you got it right.
Anybody listening?
I was going to say not so subtle message there received. Yeah.
I'm planning. I'm already planning.
Sunday won't be a bad day, but you know, it's
Right.
comparative.
A breakfast in bed kind of day, maybe.
Ah,
Yeah.
there you go.
Wink, wink.
Wink. Yeah.
Read it, thanks.
All right, now the new details emerging in that deadly outlet mall shooting in Texas. ABC's Tim Pulliam is in Allen, Texas with more on the survivors and what investigators are learning this afternoon about the shooter.
Doctors at the hospital system treating at least 6 people wounded in the Allen Outlet Mall mass shooting say 2 patients are showing improvement. The conditions of the other victims range from good, fair to critical. Today, one survivor, Irvin Walker II, shot 3 times, is speaking out through his attorney, the aspiring businessman and father, saying, quote, "There are so many unanswered questions, including the gunman's motive and access to an AR-15 rifle. All victims, their loved ones, the Allen community, and people around the world deserve answers." Among the dead, 3 members of the Cho family, including a 3-year-old, elementary school-age sisters, 4th grader Daniela and 2nd grader Sophia Mendoza, described as rays of sunshine. Their mother, Ilda, still hospitalized.
We got shots fired at the Allen.
Investigators are reviewing this social media picture of the suspect, Mauricio Garcia. They are also scanning social media posts allegedly written by Garcia. Authorities say the shooter, who was seen on video firing at shoppers at Allen Premium Outlets, may have been scouting the mall for at least a year. A profile appearing to belong to the 33-year-old showing photos of the mall and entrances dating back to last May. Investigators say his online profile also includes racist, white supremacist posts, hatred towards women, Nazi tattoos on his body, and a fascination with mass shootings.
I see a woman running in the parking lot or trying to get to the parking lot, and she's by our window, and I see her get gunned down.
An unnamed officer on scene confronted the shooter alone and killed him.
He's going down.
His attorney saying this: he's a brave servant with a gentle heart and embodies the best the law enforcement profession has to offer. The Army says the suspect, Mauricio Garcia, only served in the military for 3 months in 2008. He was removed over mental health concerns. Tim Pulliam, ABC News, Allen, Texas.
Neighbors in the East Bayside, Portland area say they are on edge after hearing about an intruder allegedly assaulting a young child.
And Jim Keithley spoke with neighbors who say that crime in that neighborhood is happening all the time.
Police saying this all began at 6:30 Monday morning when a 6-year-old girl answered a knock at the door here at Kennedy Park, an apartment on Monroe Court. They said a suspect forced his way into that apartment and attacked the child. Now, there was an adult in the apartment, too, who heard the commotion and confronted that suspect, who then took off. Police are still searching for the man, described as being in his 40s or 50s. They say he has a gray beard scruff on his chin. He was last seen wearing a red and black checkered shirt and a black and white hat and took off on a bicycle. About 6:30 yesterday evening on Smith Street, 1 block away from the alleged child assault, neighbors called to say there was a man wielding a pipe. A neighbor captured this video from her bedroom window. Police took this man into custody and charged him with reckless conduct with a dangerous weapon. Police have not said if this is the same man who allegedly assaulted the young girl 12 hours earlier, but neighbors are fearful just the same.
I don't even feel like safe bringing my daughter outside to play in the yard.
The 6-year-old child was taken to Maine Medical Center as a precaution to be evaluated. She's home now. We knocked on the door and spoke with a woman who did not want to go on camera, but said the family was doing fine. In Portland, I'm Jim Keithley for Maine's Total Coverage.
A popular restaurant now closed until further notice.
A fire started at Ted's Fried Clams and Rock House Ice Cream in Shapley last night. The owner was also taken to the hospital and treated for smoke inhalation. The cause of the fire is still under investigation. And following the fire, the owners asked the public for prayers over Facebook as the staff deal with the disruption.
There was a minor fire last night. It's actually not as bad as people think, but it's the water damage and the smoke damage that's going to make it so we have to close down for a little while and get back on our feet.
Also today, staff on Facebook are thanking those who've reached out to offer support to the family and business.
In the town of China, a woman is dead after getting badly burned by a campfire. Investigators saying that it happened ahead of this past weekend at the DNR campground on Pellerin Road. Liza Bragg of Albion was standing next to the fire while someone else was trying to get it started. Bragg was taken to Maine Medical Center where she died from her injuries. The fire marshal's office is investigating.
Still ahead, the multi-million-dollar study that some say will have the opposite of the desired effect when it comes to preventing drug overdoses.
Well, this morning you might have noticed that the sky, especially if you're in York County towards Cumberland County, perhaps it was a little bit of a milky sky. You're wondering where that sunshine was. Well, in fact, this is actually some smoke in the higher levels of the atmosphere. This is a visible satellite imagery. Notice down here towards the mid-Atlantic, those are clouds, but you see this very thin kind of a whitish look to the visible satellite here. That is, in fact, smoke coming all the way from Alberta here, where there are a lot of wildfires burning. That is following the jet stream here and kind of making its way down here towards New England into Maine. And just think of these deeper colors of red as more concentrated areas of smoke. And a lot of this might come in our direction tomorrow as well. So don't be surprised to see maybe a milky sky for some locations heading into the day on Wednesday. Guys?
Radek, thank you.
Happening now, President Biden meeting with the 4 top Senate and House leaders focused on trying to raise that debt ceiling.
The White House refusing to call today's meeting a negotiation and still insisting Congress raise the debt ceiling without any conditions.
But House Republicans are insisting there will be no deal without spending cuts.
Republicans are very united at this point to say we should look at debt and deficit and to say what are we going to do to slow down our spending.
All I want to say is that it's Congress's job to do this. If they fail to do it, we will have an economic and financial catastrophe that will be of our own making.
Congress has until June 1st to strike a deal.
Also happening now, a new federally funded program to determine whether overdose prevention centers actually work. OPCs allow people to use illegal drugs under staff supervision.
They are provided with clean materials, and drugs can be tested for foreign substances like fentanyl, and workers are equipped to help in case of overdose.
As of now, though, there are very few OPCs in the United States, but the 4-year, $6 million research program aims to see if the centers do in fact save lives and which communities may be best served by them.
This announcement comes on National Fentanyl Awareness Day. As we have been reporting, total overdoses in Maine went up February to March, but fatal overdoses went down.
Still ahead, how communities at the southern border are preparing for an influx of migrants, with Title 42 set to expire now in just a matter of days.
You're watching Channel 8 WNTW. Maine's total coverage starts right now.
I am not complaining one bit. I love the sunshine, but there definitely was a dip in temperature.
Yeah, there sure was. A little bit cooler, but still we were downtown earlier today walking around and felt pretty good with the sun. Yeah, that breeze though. All right, in the days ahead, want to find out how that's going to be. Radek is here with us now. And Radek, some more sun in the forecast. Also maybe a few little showers here and there, right?
Yeah, perhaps as we get to Friday. But the good news is, to Megan's point about temperatures, today might have been the coolest day that we're going to see in the next several days. So we're on the upward trend, but we have to get through some frost tonight for a lot of us here. But Pemaquid Point right now, what a beautiful shot here. We have that sunshine in place, and it's a great evening here for maybe an after school or after work walk here with the dog, or just, again, strolling outside. It's going to be a great evening, but make sure to grab the sweaters, because as the sun begins to set here, those temperatures will drop off fairly quickly. You're going to feel the chill in the air, certainly by the time we get towards the late evening and first thing in the morning. Make sure the kids have the jackets handy here, because we're going to be in the 30s for a lot of us. We haven't seen that in a little bit, so make sure to remember that. But you could shed the layers very quickly into the afternoon. We certainly recover with those temperatures in a big way. Right now, though, we see a lot of those 50s, 55 in Portland. We're near 60 in Lewiston, Auburn, 62 in Augusta, same number in Freiburg. But again, I mentioned the frost, and we have a frost advisory for the coastline where growing season has begun. Of course, you'll still see a frost and probably a freeze for some spots in the mountains. But again, up there, growing season hasn't started just yet, but make sure to bring in any plants you may have already put outside. So high pressure in place, that will allow for those winds to calm down, and we're going to have, again, those clear skies in place, and that will be a good recipe here for seeing some frost development. But we go from frost to early summer within 48 hours or so, because by the middle part of the week here, especially into Thursday, we're really going to pump up those temperatures. And Mother's Day weekend is also in my 8-day forecast, and you'll definitely want to stay tuned for that. And we'll have those details coming up in a few minutes here. But first, traffic as always here Tuesday afternoon, and we aren't seeing any reported accidents or delays at this point in the afternoon. Hoping it stays that way, but definitely congestion is getting a little bit worse here on Route 1 302. But we have 295 and the Turnpike looking A-OK. We'll check in on some drive times, and they're slowly increasing, but still they're not terrible. Portland to Gorham here is 24 minutes. Portland to Hollis at 31 minutes. And as you're heading into Auburn from the city, you're sitting at 36 minutes. Guys?
All right, Radek, thank you. Sanford leaders have been trying to support an influx of asylum seekers arriving over the past weekend.
And as we've been reporting, the city doesn't have any available lodging. This evening, they'll be giving an update on those efforts. Nora Hogan joins us live from Sanford. And Nora, where do things stand this afternoon?
Right. Well, John, Megan, there are still a few families outside Sanford City Hall here, and some volunteers too, bringing some snacks and some water, lending a hand. But we had a team here yesterday, and at that time, this street was packed, as well as the halls inside too, with lots of asylum seekers waiting for information and a place to stay. City officials say that these families qualify for general assistance benefits, which under Maine state law include lodging. They put some people up in a hotel over the weekend, 2 hotels in the area, but there's no shelters in this area, and many of these families still need a place to stay. The only estimate that we've received is that approximately 90 people seem to have showed up here since Friday, and it's unclear how these families ended up in Sanford, but as we've been reporting, roughly 1,200 asylum seekers have arrived to Portland since the start of the year, and that city is also at capacity at this time. Tonight, Sanford leaders will hold a meeting at 5 p.m. All they've said is that they'll provide an update about how they've been working with regional and state groups to address this issue. So we hope to learn more coming up, and we'll be following that for you. Live in Sanford, I'm Nora Hogan for Maine's Total Coverage.
All right, Nora, thank you. El Paso, Texas, declaring a state of emergency ahead of the Title 42 expiration. That's going to happen later this week. Officials bracing for up to 10,000 migrants to cross per day after the policy ends, but the surge has already started. Just this week, Border Patrol says about 26,000 migrants have been apprehended. The White House says it is responding by expanding holding facilities, adding immigration officers, and sending 1,500 troops. But many officials in border states say that's too little, too late. With Ukraine's counteroffensive against Russian forces looming, the U.S. set to announce a $1.2 billion aid package to Ukraine.
This one will include drones, artillery, ammunition, and air defense missiles. This package would bring the total the U.S. has committed in military aid to Ukraine to more than $37 billion.
Hi, I'm Jeff Ross, and next on Ross and Reports, we are breaking down for you the best side hustles. Yeah, you got your job, but you want to make more money. This is stuff you can do from your couch. This app will even pay you to shop. I'm not kidding. Ross and Reports, next.
Hello, everyone. I'm meteorologist Ted McInerney. Another week of weather at your school, counting down to summer vacation. We're hanging out with the second graders here in Old Orchard Beach at the Jameson School. Been having a lot of fun. We talked a lot about severe weather in case of what to do. We also talked about earthquakes and tsunamis. Always get a good question about that. But it's also Teacher Appreciation Week. What do you guys want to say to everybody?
Thank you